Hi, and welcome back to the Angels Modelling and Railways. Yeah, it's been a minute as per, but in this video, what I've got is basically a Bachmann Class 20 that was already kind of factory weathered, and I wanted to go one step further, looked at some prototype pictures online, and the following video kind of shows you roughly what I've done. It's not a step by step, stroke by stroke type video, but I do explain basically what I've done in it to achieve the effects that I got that I'm very happy with. And also, there's been a new arrival at the layout as well. So I'll share that with you in this video and I'll get back to you at the end. This coach pack is quite difficult to find. They've not remade them in years, so it's the Highlander coach pack BR Mark II TSO in Class 101 DTCL with fitted passengers. Yeah, love this livery. It's the clan ones that go with the other two that I've got, and that now gives me a rake of 4 coaches, which is a nice length of train to do the run on my future West Highland layout. I love this end coach, the 101, with the Kyle Loch Alshaw on it, and it looks great, especially with the British Railways J36. Very happy with it. So here's some running shots of the coach pack on the Angels Ridge layout. It wasn't cheap getting that coach pack, but due to the rarity, that's why they hold their value. But very happy with it. I think this 4 coach train looks ideal, and I'll obviously have some Class 37s pulling it once I've got curves big enough to accommodate it. So here is the factory weathered Class 20, and looking at some pictures online of the prototype, I ended up creating this using black, dark brown, red primer, rust and light flesh colours to create that. So yeah, stages of colours. Basically start off with the light flesh. I wanted to get the lighter tones in, so you can see here on the nose that I basically went in with a little toothpick, a little dab of the white light flesh as it were, and then used a very soft brush just to blend that in and keep rubbing and rubbing till you get a nice kind of soft effect. Sometimes you might have to reapply in certain areas, but this is the locomotive, which actually has some on the front as well, because it is actually faded on some of those prototype Class 20s, and then all the panels with the light fading, sun bleached as it were. So yeah, starting to come together. Time to add the dark colours, some rust and dark brown tones next. So yeah, round about the grills and the frame and the chassis, the bogies, there's a little bit of rust applied in certain areas. Again, just looking at prototype pictures and taking influence from that to create what you see before you, which is basically using a toothpick, dabbing on the colour and then just gently blending it in, and using various kind of some stiff brushes to maybe lift the colour a bit if it's too heavy, and some soft brushes just to get the nice smooth feathered effect, so that it has a nice fade, a nice edge between the blue of the logo and the white bleached part of it. So very happy with it. I think it's come out quite well. I'm not a specialist in weathering, but I'm just going to keep stabbing away at it. I added some of the black onto the bogies round about the exhaust ports and the fan, which helped give those areas some sooty marks or some oil marks on the axles. So let's have a look at this weathered Class 20 haul and freight. It's on the OTA wagons with a BR parcels van and the rail freight VDA wagon at the end. Very happy with how the locomotive turned out. Looks good, especially with the other weathered freight stock behind it. Now that I was happy with the weathering and gave it a little run on the layout, it was time to use the spray varnish that I've got for it, a matte lacquer that I use to cover it. So I taped up the windows and basically put a layer of lacquer over it to help seal in the oil paints and to stop them from transferring, because they stay wet for days and days. So that's it, all sealed in now and very much looking the part. So time to give it another run with a different set of wagons behind it, some open wagons, some tanks, and a couple of vans and a brake van. So as you can see, got another Mason Hill shirt on. That's my stepson's band. They're exceptionally good. Got a second album coming out soon, and they're about to start a little mini UK tour. I think one of the dates is already sold out, so they're very good. If you like heavy rock, heavy metal, then that's the band to check out. And they've got a new singer, so it's a whole new dynamic. So a little plug for James and his band. Go and check them out. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that video, and you can see how I've done with the Class 20 and how I basically built up some layers on it to give it a very effective aged look on a BR Blue. It's a great model, the Bachmann, a very reliable, very steady runner, and I felt as though it needed some proper weathering beyond the factory weathering, and obviously the two new coaches that arrived as well. Very happy with them. It's now made up a 4-coach train in that livery, which I'm really happy with. Don't know if I'll go much bigger. Maybe if other clan names come up, I might get those coaches, but I'm quite happy with the 4 set just now, because the stations I've planned in the future layout will be kind of 4 or 5 carriages maximum with a local. So we'll see how it goes. So thanks again for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.